Welcome to this week's edition of Unsung Heroes. I am Christy Kelly, and I am here today with our newest unsung hero, April Houston. April is the director of RAD, and I invited her here after she was recommended by Colleen Kaczynski.
I am a mother of four.
Me too.
Yes, mother of four. Three I gave birth to. One I did not. We were blessed with her. I grew up pretty much kind of like on a little small homestead. We had pigs and chickens and a big vegetable garden. And when I grew up, I swore I was never going to do that. It was not going to happen. I hated digging potatoes and cutting corn off the cob and everything else that went along with that. I just hated it. But then I had children. And my second child had some medical issues when he was little, and he could not have processed tomato products from the grocery store. So
It's not an uncommon
Mama does what Mama has to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I started a garden, and I grew tomatoes, and they overdid, and canned tomatoes, and cooked everything from scratch for a long time there. And then it just grew from there, literally.
When I first heard this story, and I'd like you to tell it if you don't mind, it was amazing, and it spoke so much about who you are as a person. And so when Colleen shared the story with me, I was ready to cry 10 seconds in.
Yes, yeah, that's usually how it goes. Yes, I am a guardian ad litem, and Colleen was over the district at that time as leader for the guardian ad litems. So she was actually in it when I started the program. I happened to be assigned this particular little girl's case as her court-appointed advocate. She was taken from her parents. Long story short, she was about to become a ward of the state. I couldn't deal with it. Had a very interesting conversation with my husband because I was under confidentiality and I couldn't share much information.
I was wondering how that conversation went because I know that there are things you simply can't say, and you basically would, and this is my version of how it went. We're bringing another human home that is under 5 feet tall.
Well, actually, yes and no. I'm usually bad about that with animals. I'm like, okay, just go outside. It's in the pasture. No. But with this case, he knew that this one was quite dear to me. For a living, I deal with special needs. I have children that have special needs. This particular child had severe special needs and severe profound medical needs. And this is where it gets me. I'm going to get through this.
Take them.
I could not deal with the thought of this little girl never having a single person in their life to have anything to do with her that wasn't being paid to do so.
Yes, I
couldn't handle it.
I have been in positions in my life where I was indebted because I was in someone else's home. So I understand exactly what you were trying to avoid. And I have followed from the day you brought her home on Facebook, and she's loved.
She is.
And you can tell how much she's loved by the pictures that you share, by the expressions that she makes. I just think it's wonderful that you did that you brought somebody into your home knowing that it was going to make your life harder for the rest of your life.
Well, she's worth it. People always talk about how much of a blessing we are to her, but she is much more of a blessing to us.
And that is it for this week's Unsung Hero. I am Christy Kelly, and this is April Houston.